I was born into a family worth billions, but right after the nurse finished bathing me, she realized I wasn't breathing anymore. Afraid that the powerful tycoon would blame her, she ran out to call the doctor. But the phone was being used by the tycoon's butler, so she had to tell him what happened first. Then she quickly dialed the doctor's number. But Tony unexpectedly hung up the phone, because at that same moment his wife had just given birth to a baby boy. To repay the tycoon's kindness, he decided to replace his own son with me, who had just died, before the nurse could say anything. He rushed into the ward holding his baby boy, and swapped us. As soon as they left the room, thunder rumbled outside, and I suddenly started crying in his arms. The nurse panicked and tried to take me back, but Tony grabbed me tightly, warning her not to ruin his plan. Now I finally understand. He didn't swap the babies out of gratitude. He just wanted his own son to live a wealthy life, because he had been poor his whole life, and didn't want to miss this chance. The terrified nurse burst into tears. She tried to take me back, but Tony shoved her hard. She fell down the stairs and became a vegetable. From that day on, Tony's son and I began completely different lives. That day, the tycoon gave his son a noble name, and asked Tony what he thought. Tony quickly gave a thumbs up, then he turned to name me. After thinking for a while, he called me Dazhuang. From then on, Tony stayed close to his real son through his job. When he found out his son scored only 9 points in math, he secretly changed it to 99, so his real son would win the tycoon family's love. But when he came home and heard that I scored 98, he didn't praise me. Instead, he mocked me, saying that no matter how well a poor kid does, it would never matter. In his eyes, I was destined to be a loser since birth. But 20 years later, I grew up handsome and got into the best university in the country. Yet Tony secretly filed for my withdrawal. When his real son returned from studying in America, he sent me to buy pumpkins, because he heard pumpkins could drive away bad luck. When I arrived at the mansion, the place felt strangely familiar. But Tony scolded me for being late, and insulted me in front of everyone. I couldn't understand why he treated everyone with love, but only showed me hatred. Even so, the excellence in my blood never faded. One day I was taking my little sister to school. A group of thugs snatched her scarf on the street. She asked why I didn't stop them. I just gave her some money and told her to go home. She didn't know. I just didn't want her to see my other side. Later I found those thugs at the basketball court. They still had no idea what was coming next.